I'm about to show you the top 10 most underrated shaders that you've probably never heard of. Number 1. Continuum 2.1. Now I know this is a pretty popular shader, but wait, not many people mention it in their videos, so I'm mentioning it in my video. Let's take a look. Let's start off with the water. It's got very nice refraction that they just implemented, and underwater it looks very, very nice. I love the specular. If you don't know what specular is, it's that rough shininess on the blocks. Continuum 2.1 also has very realistic shadows. It's being updated very frequently. It's still under development. Nice grass there. Literally right after I recorded that clip, Continuum 2.1 got a big update, and here it is. Next shader. This is raspberry shaders. You have to become a Patreon for $1 a month. I'll put a link in the description to Ruthern, unless you want to use the public version of this, which isn't as up to date. But let's see the details. Underwater is very nice and clear. It's sort of big, calm waves, very smooth lighting. Torchlight is a interesting color, and it has a very sort of fantasy vibe. Next shader. This is Molly VX Rewrite, another shader by Ruthern. For this one you have to have $5 access to her Patreon, which I will also put a link in the description. Wait, no. I put a link in the description. It's just going to be the same link as before. This is extremely under development. It's actually one of the first releases of the shader, and it will be great. Trust me, it will be a amazing shader. Right now it's just very, very under development, and it's path traced, which means that you can have colored light sources, and it's physically based lighting, which means all lighting is totally real, and how it would actually be in real life. Now here is Conquest of the Sun by Trilliton. This is supposed to be used for medieval buildish stylish things. It has a kind of cool, very different water refraction, and you can see it has a little bit of the vanilla water texture on top. You go underneath here, very wavy, and it's got a kind of a orangish or reddish light to it. This is Ymir shaders. It is the second beta release of it, and it's got sort of a darkish atmosphere to it. This one could also be used very well with medieval building, and I use this shader a lot in screenshots. This is my go-to shader for screenshots because it looks great in like cinematic shots or, oops, inventory, pressed E. That's what I use this shader for mostly. An old standby. Coppa shaders, or Coppa, I don't know how it's pronounced, but this one has a more warmish vibe. And the thing that stands out the most to me about this shader is that it actually has proper water refraction. You can see there, it looks more like a slab. That's what it would do in real life, and then when you go underwater you can see it's a full block. I think the biggest thing that makes shaders unique is the water, because you can literally do anything you want with water. The rest of it is kind of all the same except totally different. I don't know if you really understand what I mean. But another thing you'll notice in RRE 36's shader packs, which there will be a few others in this video, is that he always has amazing clouds. Get that HUD off of my screen. Now this shader you could use if you still kind of like the vanilla vibe, but you also like shaders. This has very vibrant blue water, which is actually very realistic underneath, but very tropical feeling. Also, yeah, it's also a very tropical shader. Like if you could use this like in a jungle or something, it would look perfect in it. By far, my favorite thing about this shader is the clouds, which have 2 layers. If every shader could have these clouds, then I feel like these clouds would improve every single shader. Simplicissimus. This one is if you totally love the vanilla feel of Minecraft, but you also love the vibe of shaders. A little bit different from the other one, because the other one was just like if you like shadows and I don't know if it makes that much sense to you, but this one has the vibe of shaders, but feels very vanilla. It still has vanilla water, vanilla clouds, which are super high in the sky, and it's also pretty foggy. This beautiful shader is called Spectrum. Now, the main thing about this shader that stands out the most is the beautiful water that has very good caustics, I think it's called, and it almost looks kind of like PTGI. When you jump in the water, you can see it's this very beautiful, this refreshing oil river. And this is the most polluted river you've literally ever seen in your whole life. Yeah. That's a bug? Now, I think I can include this shader in this video. I think. Because I have heard it talked about a little bit in videos, but not enough. Because this shader is absolutely amazing. It's called Vanilla Plus, and as it suggests, is made to look like a little bit vanilla-ish. Even though it's the same as the same kind of like goal as the other two, they all have a very different atmospheric feeling. Let's just pop underwater so you can see. This is a bonus shader. This shader is literally a meme shader to make fun of Minecraft RTX. It pretty much exaggerates all of the bad things about Minecraft RTX and puts it into one shader. Let's have a look around. It's so foggy. They even got the atmosphere right. The atmosphere is like perfect. Let's have a look in here. Nice. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This is so good. Oh my gosh. It literally looks exactly like all the bad things about RTX. If we go down here into the fog, let's see. Let's see if we can get the fog going through something. Oh, look at that. The water is just flat. No. Oh my gosh. The water is just pure flat. Just like RTX. Oh my gosh. It's even got a little RTX symbol down there. Little cute RTX symbol. This shader is the best shader I have ever seen. Okay, now you people that are praising RTX and forgetting about shaders, now you actually have something to play with. Wow, this is such a good shader. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. The next video will probably be located in a Biomes of Plenty world just like this. So subscribe if you want to see me doing shader stuff in a Biomes of Plenty world. Oh my gosh, this biome is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, so is this biome. Oh, look at the little foxes and the purple trees in the background. Oh, Biomes of Plenty. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Make sure to comment if I missed any shaders, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode, or the next video. I don't know if it's gonna be an episode or not, but goodbye.